Hello everyone, what's up? Prince 12 here with another video review. Today I'm taking a look at Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime from Bumblebee, the movie. But before we take a look at this toy, let's take a look at the box. So, here we have the box with Optimus Prime striking a heroic pose. He is, of course, from Transformers Bumblebee. He is the 38th toy in the Studio Series line. He is manufactured by Hasbro for ages 8 and up. Of course, that's just a suggestion. I have to put that on there. He is Optimus Prime and Autobot. Duh. So here's another look at Optimus. He is a Voyager class on the side here. He is a authentic Transformer. And a better look at said heroic pose. On the back, we have the fact that he is a big screen inspired scale detail backdrop figure of, it's from Bumblebee. His name is Optimus Prime. He is from the San Francisco Bridge scene. Here's his truck mode. He transforms in 35 steps. And of course, the iconic Art Deco suspension bridge spans the 4,200 feet and is open to car, bike, giant converting robot, and foot traffic. I've never actually read that bio before. That's funny. That's funny. I hadn't read that bio before. That's funny. You can also buy Rampage, so you can form Devastator. And then there is the backdrop included. And of course, don't eat the toy. It's very hard to digest plastic. You won't have a pleasant time. So here we have Optimus Prime from Bumblebee. I never thought we would be here. Age of Extinction, we got Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. I thought that was the closest we were going to have to a G1 Prime in the movies. Then, of course, The Last Night happened and kind of destroyed everything, ruined everything, and so Paramount just let Travis Knight have essentially full creative control over Bumblebee, so he's like, screw it, make everything G1. So here we have a very G1 inspired movie Optimus for this new continuity. And goodness gracious, is this a good looking figure? Is this a good looking design? I mean, this is G1 Optimus just kind of modernized with, with the detail and stuff. I can't believe that we're here, that I am holding this toy. This is fantastic. I mean, it's G1 Optimus. It really is, and that's really cool. So it's a realistic G1 Optimus. That's just a super cool thing, and I can't believe we have it, because I really like the movie 1 through 3 Optimus Prime design. In terms of a modern interpretation of Optimus Prime, I really think that looks cool. I think it's, it pays homage to the original design, but while at the same time kind of being modernized and more realistic. And I thought that was probably the best movie type Optimus design we were going to get. And then this thing comes along, and it's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I'm always going to have a soft spot for that movie 1 through 3 design for Optimus, but this does put a smile on my face, getting a little Marvel in here for my Transformers, which makes sense because the original Transformers comics were published by Marvel. So yeah, I mean he's a 80s Optimus Prime. There's not really too much to say about this robot mode other than that he's a flat-nosed semi-truck with the red and silver, and yeah, it's very, very, very cool. So go ahead and just jump into some size comparisons. Here he is with Bumblebee from Age of Extinction. Here he is with Ratchet from Dark of the Moon / Age of Extinction. Just kind of get a comparison from the two, officially 2 different continuities. But this is another Studio Series toy, so that's how he stacks up with other Studio Series. We'll move him off to the side. Here he is with Voyager Prime from Dark of the Moon. Again, comparing those two, what I think are really good designs. So yeah, there's him. And of course, for fun, here he is with Beetlebee from Bumblebee. And then here he is with Camaro Bee from the ending of Bumblebee, but yeah, it's like, of course, this is supposed to be Bumblebee from 2007. So yeah, there he is with the two different versions of Bumblebee that we saw in Bumblebee. So how many times can you say Bumblebee is fast without it becoming just gibberish? Bumblebee, Bumblebee. I couldn't even do it twice. So yeah, so he looks good next to the two Bumblebees. So we'll move the ending of the film out of the way, and just it's like movie style versions of the G1 characters. That's just awesome. I love that. I love that so much. That's just really, really cool. So, of course, Optimus does come with his weapon, a little more realistic version of his iconic G1 blaster. So you can store it in vehicle mode, like most Optimus Primes at this point. I guess, no. Does that not go in there? I thought that went in there. It's not exactly wanting to go in. Oh, wait, hold on. Does it store underneath? Oh, yeah, that's right. It actually stores underneath. I forgot about that. It plugs in. And then, oh, okay. Well, I don't feel like doing that, so it's like the weapon stores in vehicle mode. Trust me on that. It's like I'm just so used to Optimus Prime weapons just plugging in via the trailer hitch that it actually plugs in underneath by the feet. But I don't feel like doing that. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and get down to the transformation. So the transformation on him is very involved, but it's not difficult. It's actually pretty easy, and it's like essentially if you just kind of move things around, it kind of transforms itself almost. It's like, well, not really. You have to do everything, but it's very intuitive, which is something I really like. So first, we'll just come back here and detach this. So here we've got part of the. So it's like there's his legs. Go ahead and detach that, fold the trailer hitch into there, bring the foot down and around. Same with this one. These feet can be a little tricky. Because if we take a look here, the way they are set up. And it's funny because it kind of looks like that's a hinge that does something for transformation, but no, it's actually, as you can see, it's actually just molded in there. So that's interesting that they did that. So, all right, so there we are. There's the legs. Now we'll get these pieces all, so kind of fold up. There we are. That fold it out. I want to do the same with this side. Come on. There we are. Then we can bring that down. And then back here, we want to bring these down. And then that will tab in back here, and then that will make all of that stick in place. So, same thing over here. So, and voila, we have the legs done. Now we can work on the cab, which is kind of the whole rest of them. So at this point, you kind of really just want to start detaching things. You can start with that. Fold that down. Fold that down. And now we can move the arms out. And if you've watched enough of G1, this is essentially, oh dear, that's never happened before. That's supposed to flip up like that. And, see, I want to get this back on correctly. There we are. Okay, simple, easy peasy to fix. So, as I was saying, if you've watched any of G1 and you've witnessed Optimus Prime transforming, it's like the arms coming out like that. That's straight up G1. So I like that. Not only does this look like his G1 counterpart, but he also pretty much transforms like him too, which is super, super cool. So we'll get that up and the head lowered down like so. And now we can start twisting that around like so. Fold that back. Pop the head up. See, there's his head. And then we can fold that in. Now this, well, just fold up like that, except I think this may need to come down. This part, this is really the trickiest part. Right here. Okay, yeah, so that comes down, that folds in, that goes up like that, there we are, and then those will just click into there, and then I think, there, okay, you could hear it snap in that time. So, and then with that, just kind of get that straightened out, and I think we're done with the transformation. Yeah, so then there we have Optimus Prime. And if there was really any doubt of how, oh, hold on. I have accidentally skipped a couple things here. So, just to finish up, there are these, you know, these gas tanks here. You just fold them in. Like so. This one's being stubborn. There we are. And then these are so small details you kind of forget about them. And then you bring these up. There. Now we're done. Now we're done. Those are so small. Those are such small details I forget about them. But yeah. So I mean, if there's any doubt of what era we're living in, you know, it's like here he is. Yeah, it's G1 Optimus Prime, but with all the details that you would expect of a movie version of him. So let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. Straight up G1 Prime with just a little bit of previous movie versions mixed in there, because the ears are pretty much exactly the way the ears worked on Optimus in his you know, original movie version from 2007. Very, very nice looking head sculpt. Also the hands, you can't really tell just because of the molding on the toy, but if we look at the box, the hands are also straight. I mean, that's movie 1 through 3 Optimus's hands right there. That's exactly what that is. So, since because of the way Bumblebee was developed, it didn't start out as a reboot. It did start out as a prequel. You know, wanting to do a more G1 version of Optimus. You know, I do appreciate that they did have some holdovers from, you know, the version we would see later with the hands and the way the ears were. I think giving him kind of his great big feet would have been a nice touch. If this had indeed remained a prequel, I think that would have been a nicer touch, because it would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, I can definitely see that this was his Cybertronian mode, and then his form changed slightly when he came to Earth. But considering this is an all-new Optimus for an all-new continuity, I mean, it looks great. I mean, at this point, the hands being the same and the ears being very, very similar, if not the same as well, those are just Easter eggs, or just small little attention to detail type things. And then, I mean, it's G1 Optimus. What more do you want? It looks really cool. So, he does have his weapon that you can give him. So there he is. You know, he can point it and shoot at things as you're supposed to do with weapons. Kind of get him into a little bit of a pose there. Yeah, there he is. We'll go ahead and bring in some size comparisons. Here is the Last Night Deluxe Edition Bumblebee. Of course, he is the exact same toy as the Age of Extinction Bumblebee I brought in earlier. He's just a different paint job. And the same can be said here for Studio Series Ratchet, which is the exact same toy as the Dark of the Moon version I brought in a second ago. It's just different paint job. So here's how they stack up with Prime. They look good together, even though they're in two different continuities. So move them off to the side, and then for more direct comparison, here is Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime, Voyager class. So yeah, you can see the G1 movie, realistic stylized movie version of G1 Optimus, and then movie 3 Optimus, which was for the most part exactly like movie 1 and 2 Optimus. They just gave him some abs. So yeah, I think they look good together. It's cool to see the differences, even though this one came first. Yeah, it's the way the design has changed yet remained the same over the years, because it's like you can identify that as Optimus Prime, you can identify that as Optimus Prime. They haven't really changed the design too much, well, with the exception of the Age of Extinction and the Last Night versions, but we don't talk about that version. So yeah, it's really cool to see the design evolution. I think that's a good word. The design evolution of Optimus Prime. So move him off to the side, and so yeah, that's Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. I mean, this is just so cool. And the second that we saw Optimus in, I think it was a trailer. I think he showed. Yeah, I think we first saw him in a trailer. I'm like, oh, I want a toy of that. I can't wait for that. There has to be a toy coming of that. And lo and behold, there's a toy of that. It's like all the. It looks so good. There's even small little details in here of the, look at the arm. I mean, the paint job isn't because this part was blue in the film, but I mean, there's the little hollow emitter that he uses to show Bumblebee Earth. So such care and detail put into all these Studio Series toys. It's no exception with this Optimus. I mean, look at all that. Look at all that. All the details look so good. So good. So I'm very, very happy with this figure. This is a cool figure. There's not really too much that could make him cooler, except maybe a backdrop. So let's grab the box here, open it up, and then here we have a San Francisco bridge backdrop, as we saw from the end of Bumblebee. We'll just drop Optimus right there in the middle. And then, just for funsies, there's Camaro B. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. I really like that. That's cool. So yeah, this is a great figure. Last week, I said that Brawl might be my favorite figure of the Studio Series line, but this one, I mean, Brawl is Brawl, but Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime, especially a very G1-looking Optimus Prime. So, it's hard. I was like, do I really have to pick favorites though? I don't, but it's goodness me, this Studio Series line is so good, so good. I mean. It blows past movie lines out of the water in terms of quality of all these toys. Just really awesome. I love it. I can't get enough of Studio Series at this point. This is a dream come true for me. It's because the Bayverse is over. We're starting to move into, I guess, the Travis Knight verse or the Bumblebee universe, whatever, the name will be decided in years to come, but whatever this new universe is. But at the same time, we're still getting, these loving homages to to what has come before and what is to come. So I can't get enough of Studio Series. This toy's great. If you're wanting a G1 Optimus, I would certainly recommend this, especially if you're a fan of the more stylized, detailed movie designs. But at the same time, there's also War for Cybertron Siege Optimus, which is Optimus from. I mean, if you thought this was a G1 looking Optimus, that really is G1 Optimus. I mean, it looks perfect. Not the vehicle mode so much, but the robot mode is perfect for you look at the TV show, you look at the toy, you look at the TV show, you look at the toy. It's very detailed, looks very nice, very close to the show. I would have picked that one up, but it's like the movie toys are kind of my thing. I really like the movie toys. They're just the detail and stuff. And, this is a movie version of G1 Prime. So I went with this one over that one. But I think that other one's a pretty cool toy as well. But so if you're a fan, if you want a G1 Prime and you're a fan of the movie designs, then I would certainly recommend this figure. He's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.